go back where I was. We were, I do not remember, I do not know at what point you lost me. So I will correct me if I am wrong, but we were starting by doing the projections. Okay, so I went to the VARP reproject, right? Okay, I click on it and then input layer, and I select the LAN cover, the layer that we were looking at before. I give it to it the source CRS. Yes?
I think I lost you before that.
Okay. Before that, we were just doing our visualization. That is that. Okay, you are here?
Yes, I have my 3 layers, and
okay.
Only land cover is switched on.
Okay, so it's perfect. It is what we were doing. So I was mentioning before that we want to reproject, to make you see how to reproject raster data in a way that if you find out that the LAN cover or maybe one layer that you have has not the same projections of the others, you can reproject it. You can make everything that is referred to the same CRS, the one that you see here. So now I go to projections and then on VARP reprojecting. So you're following now? I take silence as yes. So I click on VARP reproject. I select as input layer the LAN cover one. Okay. Then as source CRS, the project CRS, target CRS. I have to select this one, this little earth with this hat. Okay, I click there to select the CRS that I need. Okay, are you following me? Then I uncheck this box, the no CRS. Okay, and I search the APSG, this the 2056. Okay, this is the coordinate reference system that is usually used for the Swiss layers. So we are changing, therefore, our coordinate reference system for LAN cover to another coordinate system, and this VARP reproject will create a new raster data that is called reprojected, that will be projected in this coordinate reference system. So if you see, I have clicked here, okay, and then I click on OK. Okay, then for this moment, you see, I have all the other things: resampling, no data value, output file, advanced parameters. All these things I decided to leave as they are. And also I choose to save this file as a temporary file, because it's just for some playing with data, some processing, but then I will not need anymore this data, because we have seen that we have already the LAN cover and temperature distribution with the right coordinate reference system. So I click on run. Okay. And then I have the new reprojected layer. That is, you see, I can go there, zoom to layer, and it is here. To find it, I had to go to zoom to layer. Sometimes also it happens.
Sorry, Chiara, could you repeat all the procedure, because as far as we are concerned here, we got lost.
Okay, okay. I redo the finger. Okay. Open the LAN cover. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. Okay, we were at this point.
Yeah, in the target.
Raster menu. Projections.
Okay.
Clark reproject.
Okay.
Then input layer. LAN cover. Source CRS. The project CRS. Ok, target CRS.
Vedi che adesso preme sul coso, il pulsantino, sì, eccolo lì. Sì, sì. Ecco, vedi che adesso preme lì.
Yes, this one.
Okay.
And here uncheck this.
Ok, adesso però io non ho il 20
cerca adesso il PSG 2 punti.
Yes, it is true.
PSG
Okay.
20,
PSG 2056. Okay, and here check this. Click on this. Okay, have you done it? Sorry, I haven't seen. Okay, perfect. So I go back. Now click on OK, and then leave all the other things as they were, and click on Run. Okay, close. And you can get the other layer that is reprojected here. Okay? Sometimes also the QGIS make the reprojection on the fly. Sometimes it does not happen. However, this is done. It is the reprojected file. For this we are done. We go back to our LAN cover. And now we go on with the other tools that we want to see. So I zoom to layer, right click on LAN cover, zoom to layer, okay, and now we go on. If you remember yesterday, we were talking about these purple pixels that are the no data pixels that are pixels with value 0. I can make you see also this. It is not, you cannot do it. Just to make you see, the value is 0, okay, for any pixels of the purple part. Now, we want to remove these pixels. Why? It is important here to understand why we do the things. Because we want to remove them because when I do some calculation, it is also this this tool that we will use, the r.null could be considered as a pre-processing, because then after, when we make some calculations, as it could be the raster calculator, having some no data could drive me to wrong results. Because maybe the software takes them as a number, or takes them as a problem, as a bug. So better to remove them before do anything. So to remove them, we need the tool that I was mentioning before from Grass. And to find it, we can just go to processing. You see the processing menu, toolbox. And from here, I can write the r.null to find out my tool that I want to use. And then I click on it. All of you have found out this r.null. Are you here? Okay, okay, perfect, sorry, okay. Okay, so now that we have opened our r.null, I select again the LAN cover as the name of raster map for which to edit null values. And I decide to remove the 0 value because we know that this 0 value is the no data one. Okay, the value to replace the null value by is the third entry. Leave it to not set, because in this way the r.null tool will set it to null. So the QGIS file will not take these pixels anymore in their calculations. Then I have to save it. I save to file, and here you see the name that I want to use. That is LAN cover no data. If you want, I write in the chat. Okay. No. I think, I don't know if it is here in the chat. Okay, yeah. I recommend you to follow me with the names of the things, because in this way you can sometimes we will use again the output from the previous steps. So if you follow with me with the names, you can easily recall them. You can easily understand what raster I am using. So I click on save. Okay, do not mind this. Okay, so you are all here. Are you all here? If so, I press on OK.
Just a minute, because yes, when I do that to save the file, it gives me a different type of file than yours.
Okay, what types of file?
If me too.
The TIFF?
Yes.
Okay, it is good even though.
Okay. Okay.
Even this. It is for a raster file. It is very right. Okay, so I click on run. And now I can see the result. You see, I can still see the purple pixels that were the no data from my last LAN cover. So by now I also removed the reprojected because I no longer need it. Okay, so I remove it from my legend to just not make you confuse, or also to not confuse myself. So you see that if I switch off now the LAN cover, the original data, the pixels with no data disappear. It is because now here in these pixels, if I click here with the inspector here, I have no data. I have no more pixels with 0 value there. Okay. Everyone has had this solution? Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, we will do now the same thing. Now we close all the LAN cover data because we no longer use it for the next part of this lesson. So remove this layer. okay, and also remove this layer. I want you to apply and also then switch on the temperature distribution layer, okay. I want you to apply, okay, there is a yes, perfect. I want you to apply now the r.null also to this raster file. Why I need so? Because if now I can make you see what this pixel here between the legs. If I now just right click here, you can see that there is none value in these pixels, okay. The none value is not a number value, and also it is a no data value. That makes some problem, particularly I have tried it. It makes some problem with the raster calculator that now we want to apply on this temperature distribution. So we want to remove them in the same way we did for the land cover data. So again, go on processing, the processing menu, toolbox, okay. Then in toolbox, you should find again the r.null that you have just used. So r.null, double click, and now in what we have to enter. In name of raster map for which to edit null values, you should enter the temperature distribution, and then list of cell values to be set to null will be none. Okay, the value that I have seen, that is the value of no data in my raster layer. So none we enter. And here again, we decide to leave it as not set. Okay, and then we save. Okay, do you follow me? So I click here to save file, and then I decide this name. I can also use the file, but it is same. Now I remain with this, okay? It is the same, however, whatever, okay? I leave it the name if you want, and this is important, this name, because we will use it with raster. So temperature distribution, none, okay? We go and save. Yes, okay. And I click on
Yeah, can you
yes.
repeat the name of the raster map? Is
you find it in the chat, is temperature distribution null.
Right. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, if for everyone it is okay, I click on run. Okay, click on run. And then close. Now, if I click here, you see this is the new layer, the temperature distribution null. Okay, I have switched off the temperature distribution that was the original file. You see, if I right click there, temperature distribution null, I get no data now in every pixel that is between my legs. So I no longer have none value. So I should no longer have problems with raster calculator that now I am going to apply. Oh, everyone is at this point? Okay, perfect. Okay. If everyone is at this point, I go quickly to raster calculator. And we want to apply the raster calculator on this temperature distribution null. And why we want to apply it? How does it function, the raster calculator? It functions that it takes every pixel and it makes on each pixel of my raster data, it makes a calculation, a computation on this. And there are very different types of calculations that you can apply. So Raster Calculator is a tool that it is very used with rasters, so very precious. So go on Raster, and the first tool that you find is the Raster Calculator. So click on it, on Raster Calculator, and now there is you can go to the Raster processing ebook, and but also I will copy this formula also in your Teams. So here I copy it. I hope that you can. I hope that you can use it from this. Instead, you can. Now I copy from my, and I guide you to write it also. If you do not need, if you weren't able to do it from but just copying. To write anything in this you see, it is a mathematical formula, more precisely, it is a logical formula. You have two parentheses, and in this parentheses, I am asking to Qgis, okay, this pixel is bigger or it is smaller than 12 degrees. So the pixels, I have a value of temperature, and I am asking to Qgis if the pixel, this value was less than 12 degrees. If yes, QGIS turns a value of 1. That means true. While if the pixel has a value that is bigger than 12, so this first parenthesis will be false. So if I have 15 degrees in that pixel, it is not less than 12, so this parenthesis returns a value of 0. That means in QGIS language means false. It is not true. Then, so in this way, with this formula, maybe you can think about it also after, you can have two categories after. You can have one category that will have value 1. So all the pixels that result from this formula will have 1. That means, okay, there the pixel had a value that was less than 12, or would have value 2, that you see here, it was multiplied to these other parentheses, if the pixel value was bigger than 12, bigger or equal. So in the end, we will get a categorized map, a categorized raster. Everyone has, if you do not succeed in copying the different parts, you can double click here on temperature distribution null to write this code. You have to check, important, that this returns expression valid. That means everything for the raster calculator is right, everything is clear to him, to what he has to do it. So everyone has copied it? Okay, no? Okay. So just some minutes I give you. You have just to double click on it to use, or also you can go to the book and just copy this formula that I have put there, so that that formula should work. Are you ready? No? Okay. Weren't you able to copy from the message that I sent in the chat? If not,
yeah.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Hello. See, I'm sorry. I have a problem. It's a shame. Sorry. When I touch the tool processing toolbox, it doesn't appear exactly the tool that it shows you, and it's the point that I cannot continue with all of it.
You mean you have a different raster calculator?
Exactly. Processing, I push toolbox icon, and it appears only.
I do not want it. Maybe you have opened a raster calculator from maybe GDL or GRASS or something else. So to open the raster calculator, you have to go to raster menu.
Yes. No, raster calculator is okay. No. I stop 3 meters behind you. I mean when you push, for example, land cover layer, and after you push processing toolbox, it doesn't appear the same screen like you.
Okay, no problem. Go again. I reopen the processing toolbox. If here you see, if I do not.
I cannot see processing. Okay, yes, I see it now.
Okay, you see what I have.
Right click. Okay.
Right, you have to write here the r.null.
Yeah, yes, okay.
Okay, and then you can write there the, just do it now for temperature distribution. So temperature distribution, here, none. Okay.
None.
Okay, everything was done, and then you save it.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect, thank you. I now make you see again the raster calculator. So I can write it as you now. Temperature distribution null, less than 12. I am using these buttons here. Then close parentheses, multiplied by 1 plus other parentheses, temperature distribution null, that is bigger or equal to 12, close parentheses, multiplied by 2. This should be your expression, and it is also the expression that is written in your book, if you just want to copy it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. If you are here, I just save it as output layer, and I save it as lowest temperatures file. Okay, I copy here, lowest temperatures. And I'm saving, okay, this all files. Okay, oh, sorry, yes, okay, save, yes, okay, and I press OK. Is it right for everyone? Then I click on yes, on OK, sorry, to save the raster calculator output. I suppose yes. Okay. 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 Okay, you see here the result. You see, I hope that everyone has got my same result. Is it right? Okay, perfect. you see that I have only the areas where my temperatures were lower than 12. And then with 2, so in white, I can also change the color if you want, but you can also do not do it. I can change them and go to paletted, unique values, classify, to just make you see. I have pixels in the most part of the lake that are colored, that are 2, with value 2. So if I click here, I will find 2 value. And I have in this other part value 1, okay? Because there the values of my pixels of temperature distribution were less than 12. So have you understood a bit how does it work, this raster calculator with a logical formula? Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, so now I can do another thing. I can try to make to extract, to convert my raster, my lowest temperature raster, into a vector layer. It is a similar passage as Alberto made you to do this morning, but it is the inverse. Now I want to go from a raster to a vector. Usually it is not very recommended to do this transformation, but sometimes it is very useful also to maybe cut some pieces, as we did as we will do in the exercise. So if you are at my point, go to raster, then on raster go to conversion and to raster to vector, polygonize. You see, you are all at my point. If you want also to leave the microphone open, some people to just reply me if you are okay or okay. So, or just make the thumbs up that I see it. So click on polygonize, raster to vector. Okay. And then click on you have the lowest temperatures, that is right, okay, right, okay. Here I want you to write the name of the field to be created, that is low, not low, because this raster calculate this new vector will have the polygons with this field, low, not low, with 1 that will mean for, okay, this is the polygon where the temperatures were lower than 12, and 2 will mean a polygon where the temperatures are higher than 12. So here I can save it, save to a file, and I name it as temperatures low, not low, as a shapefile. Okay, so I write here if you want. Okay. Okay, and click save. Yes. Are you all here? Yes, perfect. Okay, now I click on run. And you see, I have the new vector. And I could do it. I can open the attribute table, and you see I have 1 or also 2. With respect, it is a low or not low value, a low or not low value, yes. Now, all add this result, Yes, okay, thank you. Okay. Now, go ahead. I want you to see another tool that is very important. We will just see one part of it, but you can find it also on the book. We can clip our raster by extent or by mask layer. Why is it important to clip rasters? Because sometimes you download your data, maybe it is a satellite imagery or maybe it is any type of raster data, and sometimes when it has a very huge area, it becomes huge and slow to be processed. So in this case, it is very better to clip it. To clip in a smaller portion of the area, maybe the area that you are studying, the only area that you are interested in. It is possible to clip by taking the different areas. Maybe you want to clip just taking as reference some areas that you have already, maybe, so you can use maybe the polygons with value 1 of this, or also you can clip it drawing your extent that you want. Now we see this part of clipping with the extent that you want by drawing on canvas. And you can see also in the exercise on the book also how to clip by taking a mask layer that will be the one by this temperatures low, not low. So I switch off this temperatures low, not low raster. And if you want now raster, I go to raster menu again. It is always this tool that we are using. Extraction, clip raster by extend. Okay. And then I click here. Okay. All of you have opened this. I make you see again the finger, the process. Okay, I always see Vanya. So, okay, perfect, thank you. So now input the layer as the temperature. We want the input as input layer, the temperature distribution. We can use both or temperature distribution null. Better. Clipping extent, we use draw on canvas. This one you see here. Okay, I'm running out of time. I see it. And you can click on draw on canvas. Okay, and then you can drag and drop on the area where you want. For example, here, we want just to clip the area for one lake. We are interested only on this Maggiore Lake, so we clip here. Okay. And then we can just save it. Save, or also here it is not very important, this layer that we are creating, if not to make you see how it works, the clipping. So I can also just save to temporary file. So I click on run. Everyone is here? Okay, Vanya always do everything. Okay. So if everybody is here, I click on run. And so now you see you have only the raster layer that is clipped on this portion of my study area, only representing the Lake Maggiore. So that now if I want to make some calculation on it, maybe it will be less slow as a calculation, because raster tend to be slower when they have many data to work with. So I don't know, everyone has done it, sorry. Okay, thank you. Maybe I ask to Carlo.
Yes.
Are you here? Okay. I would have, sorry, but I had the problem with
no problem.
I would have just another thing that is the layer, the zonal statistics.
You can show it, Chiara. I only ask
Thank you very much.
to the people attending the course if due to the interruption that we had, is it a problem for you to stay eventually, let's say 5-10 minutes more in the end, or we need to be, let's say, precise with the time, just to regulate myself with the last part. So let me know if it's a problem to stay. I try to do in time, but let me know if I need to cut at 5:30. Anyway, Chiara, feel free to continue and finish your part.
Okay, thank you very much, Carlo, and sorry to everyone. You are free to wait me for this delay. Sorry. So I make you see another very quick thing, that is the zonal statistics. You see, it is a very powerful tool for rasters because it helps us to make some statistics and also to combine some vectors, some areas. We can overlay the different data that we have to make some statistics from it. You can switch off now the lowest temperatures because we do not need it anymore, and also the clipped extent, also it. And we are referring to our temperature distribution null. Okay. If you now, and also on the municipalities layer, I make it to appear over my temperature distribution, always try sometimes. Now, you see, I have some areas that cover my raster layer, okay? And these polygons, for each polygon, I would have, I am asking myself and also QGIS, which are the areas, which are the municipalities that have the highest or lowest values of temperatures for the parts of the lakes that are covered in their areas, in their polygons. So for this part here, for example, I want to know the minimum value of temperature here for this municipality, and also the mean value and also the maximum value. And so how to do it? There is a powerful tool that you can find under processing toolbox again. These were our two friends of us, the processing menu and raster menu of this lesson. And you can select, now you find again the r.null that I have cancelled, and you can click on search to write now the zonal statistics. Statistics. Okay. Okay, if everyone is here, now I select the zonal statistics tool. Okay, everyone has found it? Okay, Vanya, perfect. Zonal statistics. Now, input layer. Input layer, we select the temperature. We want the municipalities. It is asking for the input layer that is a vector. Okay, the vector that is overlaying my raster data. So municipalities, and then in raster layer, I select the layer that I want to make some statistics on, that obviously will be or the temperature distribution null. But you could also use the temperature distribution here. In this case, the the no data value do not make any problems, but in reality it is always better to use the data that from which you have removed the no data values. And output column prefix, use lake temp. What is this tool will create a new vector that is very similar to the municipalities OSM that you have already seen, but in this municipalities OSM you will have 3 more columns, 3 more fields that will have the name lake temp and then the name for the statistics that this column make you see about every polygon of my vector layer. So here the statistics to be calculated, we said before we want to know the mean, so I uncheck count and sum, and I check mean, minimum and maximum. Okay, and then I click on OK. So the mean, minimum and maximum I have checked, and I have unchecked the others that I do not care about. So I click on OK, and now I have the nothing. I will create a new layer. You can save it for this moment we can also leave it as a temporary layer. What does it mean to create a temporary layer? It means just that when you close QGIS, if you do not save it, but you can also save it later, you will lose your layer. So now I run. Everyone has did everything. Okay. And okay, now I go on. Perfect. Run. Okay. You see that now if I go, if you right click on this zonal statistics output and click on open attribute layer, and here you see that you have the 3 columns. These 3 columns are the statistics of your raster layer in the different areas covered by the different polygons, so the different municipalities. If now I click here on lake temp mean, so the mean temperature values, I click here and I click again, I see that it is Melide, this municipality, that has the highest mean temperature, while it is, if I go also under it, it is Valmadrera, okay, the place, the municipality that has the mean temperature value that is the lowest in its area. So it is also very useful to calculate these statistics, and we can also show it. You can not do it. It is just a matter of visualization. I can go on properties, and I can decide to see it in a graduated style to make you just see what we have done. And I click on classify, apply. Okay, you see we have the municipalities in a more red color, where the temperatures of the lakes were higher, and with white colors we have the areas with the municipalities that had temperatures that were lower. So if anyone has done it, and anyone has had just the result for the zonal statistics and has viewed some properties of it by just opening the attribute table, we have finished but if you have some questions or if something went wrong, please ask. Otherwise, we go on Carlo, that is kindly waiting. Okay. Okay. Make you see again. So I stop the recording now. That is here, no, sorry. Okay. Let us